Hey, this is Freshest Cookies coming at you from Minecraft WIZZY, the Doughbowl, Day 6. And don't forget, this cookie ain't a stale cookie. This cookie's a fresh cookie. This cookie is a Minecrafting cookie. And today, we're starting a new video series. In our past video series, and the noise that you're hearing in the game, the kind of annoying noise that sounds like I have a pet dinosaur that's really, really hungry, that would be the fact that I put a portal to the nether way too close to this room. Yeah. Down over there, if you can see my crosshairs, down over there, thereabouts, below this level, is my nether portal. Yeah. One of the liabilities of not planning right, and now that I have it there, folks, I'm not moving it because it just wreaks hob with me in the nether. It moves everything. It just switches everything around. It's a mess. It's a potential mess. So you're going to have to put up with my roaring dinosaurian portal wanting to be fed like a moaning dog. I don't know. Anyway, so here we go. In this new video series, we're going to be going to the next thing, which is Flaxbeard's Steam. Flaxbeard Steam, which is let's get rid of this. Put this over here. It's going to be taking and using all of our copper and all of our zinc. Where's my Flaxbeard's Steam? Is this it? Oh, uh-oh. Well, I forgot what mode I was in. Hang on, folks. Furniture emergency. This is a major furniture emergency. I got to replace that shelf. Holy free holies. Yeah, this is your basic, I didn't think that one through moment. And oh my gosh, where's my cherry shelf? Oh no. Okay, let's just go collect these dumb books. Give us a few moments here. This is one of those. No, I gotta find my stupid. There's my shelf. That shelf actually shouldn't be in my inventory anywhere. It should kind of, yeah. Okay. Should actually have been put away. That's what I get for not putting away my things. Okay, well, let's step back out. Move over. You kind of got to face this dead on when you're putting these things in. Okay. Phew. All right. To take a book off your shelf, folks, you really are supposed to right click. Not left click. Left clicking your mouse or keypad or thingamabobber will get you attacking your bookshelf. That's usually a bad idea. So let's put my books back. 1, no, 2, 3. Now, the only book I really wanted to have, it was Esteemed Innovation. Oh, okay, now you've got all this crazy music and stuff going on. You just gotta love the sound effects to which I'm going. All right, now, here's my Esteemed Innovation. This was a book. Wait for it. A ore of copper, a ore of zinc, all combined. And I wish that you could see this one heck of a lot more clearly on YouTube. But it says Esteemed Innovation, a brief guide to Steampower by Freshest Cookies. That's right, folks. Whoever you are in WIZZY, the Minecraft, when you make this book, it will be authored by you. So, clicking on the little arrow here, we're going to open this up. And we've looked at preface and orbs and bits and bobs and steam systems and pipes. Okay. First off, we're going to look at this. This is called the Crucible. Your Crucible, like as if it really shows you how to make this, your Crucible can be made out of 2 different items. I have finally found a way to create alloys out of various metals. The Crucible. To use it, I place a ceramic crucible over a hot fire, and I can toss in various types of processed metal, but not ores. That's right. Not ores. Ores, which you have mined with your trusty pick, must be smelted, but I would not use the smeltery, because you will get your alloy, which is brass, in your smeltery. And then when you go below 9 ingots, you don't have 9 ingots of brass. With the Crucible and the setup that we're going to do today, you will get precisely what you want, because this will make molds so that you can do ingots and you can do plates, and you can do the smaller thing from ingots, the little teardrops. They have another name, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. Anyway, this metal will melt into a liquid and form into alloys if possible. Right-clicking on the Crucible with an empty hand. In other words, I have a book in this hand. You see, when by the way, for those of you that are not familiar with Minecraft, you may not be familiar with. Oh, shut up, door. You may not be familiar with this inventory bar here. This is what you have in your hands. You can have up to 9 items. The item which you are holding, that box will be bolded, for want of a better word. Those of you that are familiar with print online, you come across and you're reading something, and then all of a sudden it gets really heavy, really thick words. That's bolded. Well, this is a bolded window. It means that this particular window, 98766, window number 6 in my inventory, is selected. And in it is my book, which we're reading. So, if I had to right-click on my Crucible to pour some brass, I would have to go to hand 5, to square 5, which would be a freehand. You would just see my little stub sticking there. Then you would right-click, and the mold press, or mold, it has to be operated the same way. So, right-clicking on the Crucible with an empty hand will pour this liquid into an adjacent mold. And here it does show you. This is the pattern. Remember your crafting table. It has 9 squares. So it's 3, 4, 7. You need 7 bricks of whatever. And you get this thing. Now, you notice what looks like a button is actually not a button. It's actually the hinge. I have my own personal world in Getty where I learn to do this stuff. Then I come on the Doughbowl to do these videos. So, couple things. This thing will just kind of hang out in space and look funny unless you put something on either side. But you can hang it in space. I mean, it ain't no thing. Just simply put it on the ground, knock out a couple of blocks beneath it. If you're using clay, you need a fire. If you use nether brick, you don't. The infernal heat of the nether keeps it all warm and toasty, and it will forever and ever in Minecraft time melt your ingots. That's right. Ingots of pure metal are what go in this crucible. Nothing more. So, hit escape on your keyboard. There's your, and see now there's your nether crucible. Sometimes dumping a block, sometimes dumping a bucket of lava, or taking netherrack, using your flint and turning it on, putting it on fire, is not exactly convenient. No matter. My new nether crucible, fueled by the infernal power of the nether, has no need for external heat. Like I said, if you make this out of the nether brick, you don't need fire. I would if you go to the nether, because you've got to go from ardite, you've got to go get ardite in the nether, and you've got to go get cobalt in the nether. Go and look around for a structure that is made from nether brick, and if you can safely do so, chisel off. You only need 7 of these things, so just chisel off a dozen of them. You only need 7. This is the only thing that you can really use your nether brick for. Everything else has to be made of clay. Sorry, folks. So, if you haven't already done so, you would need to go find you a lake where you can find a clay deposit. You can use your shovel, and you can dig you up a bunch. Then you'll come back, and you use your trusty little furnace, and your trusty little furnace will bake your clay into bricks, which I will show you how to do. All right, molds. Mold block. Okay, this is called a mold block. The crucible is useless without a way to cast melted metal into usable shapes. That's where molds come in. Simply place a mold block with an open end facing the crucible. It's kind of important. The mold is kind of like, I don't know how many of you have probably been to a hotel and you've seen this, where they have a waffle iron and it opens and you pour the stuff in and you close it. Some of them flip. They have a timer and it beeps, and then you flip it, and then it beeps again, and you flip it back and you open it up and take out your waffle. This mold block business is the same thing. It will have a little hole, and you want to face it towards your crucible in the way that it's going to tip. So when you tip it, the contents go into the mold block, and you make something. And basically, if you have nowhere for it to go, it'll just kind of, when you open it up, it'll just kind of appear floating in the air. I'm going to show you something that will allow you to maximize your porridge, your pouring power. Okay, so crucible is useless without a way to cast melted metal into usable shapes. That's where molds come in. Simply place a mold block with the open end facing a crucible. Right click on the mold block, and it will open and it will close. This does not say I need an empty hand. So what I just said about that earlier, my apologies. You can actually do this with something in your hand. Though, why? Because you have to have an empty hand to tip the crucible. Right. Right-clicking on the mold will place a mold in the mold block. You will make molds. The mold can be removed by shift right-clicking. Oh, shift right-clicking. Okay, so this means you actually only need one blank mold. I was prepared to say you'd probably need 2 blank molds because you have to interchange them. No, you can get your mold out by shift right-clicking. And when you go to your carving table, which we will make, you simply sit there and right-click through until you get the kind of mold you want. Go back open. Go back over to your mold block. Right-click on the mold block, and it will put the mold in. Then you right-click again to close it. Use it. Shift right-click to remove it. Yes, there is, I'm sorry to say, no specialized chest like for the Tinker's Construct. When you make patterns, there's a pattern chest. There's no mold chest. So sorry about that, folks. You'll just have to have a separate regular chest to put it in. Flaxbeard Steampower, power being the operative word here, is one way to get electricity. You need electricity if you want something like, oh, I don't know, better storage. Really, really great better storage. Right. We'll get into this in future videos. Right now, we just need to get some power. So to cast metal, I first close the mold, pour in the liquid metal, then I open the mold and retrieve my casted metal. Actually, you open the mold and, like I said, the metal just comes out. There is a better way to do this. To make a mold on your table here, you'll just do the first 6 up top, and it will make a mold. Notice this is brick. You can't make this out of nether. You gotta have bricks. So, hit escape, hit escape. So, we're going to start, right-click here. I had some zinc, so I melted it down. The first thing you need to do for all of this is, well, the first thing you needed to do was have the nether crucible. In my last video, go to Freshest Cookies in YouTube, and you'll find the WIZZY video set that I did. Day 6, part 4. At the very end, I showed you how I made this nether crucible. It's simply, but you saw it in the book, it's that 7 nether bricks in a U shape on your crafting station, and you get one of these. I'm not ready to place it yet. What I have here is 48 raw clay, which we're going to put in our furnace. And I'm going to let you watch this for a second. Those of you that have never seen one of these in action, this is what it does. It takes the coal, it runs, and there you go. You'll have a brick. You'll need 6 of these to make your mold. You will need 2 of these on your crafting station to make a blank pattern. You'll need 2 blank patterns, because one blank pattern is going to make a carving table, and the other blank pattern is going to make your blank pattern that you're going to use over and over and over and again in your molding brick. Now I'm waiting for 6 of these to pour out so I can make my brick mold. We're also going to make a hopper, which I believe I have. It is just simply iron. Okay, there we go. Here's 6. Right clicks out of that. Come over here. Right click on, oops, there's, okay. Oh, I wondered where I put my leather. There's my leather. This is the leather, by the way. that I was making picture frames out of. Yes, in my last video, I had this cockamamie idea about maybe doing the progression of picks. I did. I'll show you in a minute. Let's do this first. Here's our 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Yeah. Let's just, okay. When you get rid of the stick, there it is, mold. Now I now have 2 parts of my system to make the components that'll come into boilers and pipes, etc. for Flaxbeard Steampower. All right, so that's that. Right click on here. Oh, I got a whole bunch of these. Goody. So we're going to come back over here and we're going to do 1, 2. There's 1 mold that can go on top of a crafting station or crafting table. There's 2 molds for my various projects. Okay. Oh, my next hat trick. There's a sheep somewhere outside. That's the thing. Okay. I'm going to type in hopper. If you hadn't noticed, and you look at this, it only works when I'm in my survival inventory. If I go into any of these other inventories, this thing goes away. This is where I have patterns to make stuff. I don't want any of these. I don't need any of these. I don't need omnidirectional, and I don't need for barrels. I don't need a facade. I don't need a filter. I don't need a hopper cart. This might be really interesting, though, for mining. When I have an EM system, who knows? A vacuum hopper can be very interesting, too. Liquid hoppers, you use this in... Oh. Wow. Cookie's just had her moment. I've played Minecraft in the past, and I had the hell of a time getting liquids to go places. Probably because I didn't have the right hoppa. Humma. Okay. This is the hopper we want. Tap it. Okay. Here's the pattern. So it will be 5 ingots of iron and a chest. Chest is wood blocks all the way around, and you get one of these. So you put one of these in the middle, 2 here, 2 here, there. I think we can make this bad boy. I think we can. However, first I said I would show you this. This is the progression of pickheads. A diamond can be used to upgrade to the obsidian. So we started with our flint, we moved to our copper, to our iron, to our bronze, to our obsidian, to our ardite, our cobalt. And when we had gotten cobalt to make this pickhead in our smeltery over here, our big smeltery over here, we also ended up with manioulin. I don't know how it's pronounced, so I'll just say manioulin. It's the amalgamation of all the metals in all of Minecraft. Probably not, but that's my story and I'm sticking with it. Just don't forget that when you're in here and you need to go to obsidian, unless you make obsidian in your smeltery, the better solution is if you got a diamond lying around, yeah, take your bronze pickhead that is now rated for obsidian and add a diamond onto it. It gives you much better endurance. It makes your blades better. I don't know. I like that solution. I just thought it would be a pain in the neck to have to empty all this out, put a bunch of piping in, and oh, herba-gurdy, forget it. Okay, on to our hoppa, 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 hoppa. No, wait, wrong. Okay. What? This is Cookie's very messy boxes. What? Wait. We're not that crazy. I know there's a block of iron around here. Block of aluminum. What? Have I used to pull my iron? Oh boy. Cookies is starting to feel kind of embarrassed. Oh, well, okay. Let's see what's in my bag. Oh, for heaven's sake. Are we serious? Wait. Oh, okay. Well, if I don't actually have it laying around, I got me some more. I've got me a little furnace. All my blocks is done. Well, by the way, do I have a chest laying around? Do I have a chest? Do I have enough wood for a chest? Well, you know, you do these instructionals, Cookies. You really should have the stuff laying around so you don't have to go out, make this video go for hours on end till we're... Oh, wait, no, there's a chest. Ha ha. All right. I really need to go and get some more wood, though. Eventually, I'm going to need it. There will be other projects, you know. Okay. I do believe it was 5 of these things and a chest, and I'd have a hopper. And there's 5, and we'll just let that sit there and make its ingots. Having ingots of your metals hanging around can be very interesting, or can be very useful when you have a recipe that needs to have ingots. Right. So here's my ingots of iron. 1, 2. Oh, 4 rods. No thanks. 3, 4, 5. Wait, where's my hopper? But by the way, if you notice, this is kind of the shape of the hopper. Right. The thing with the hopper is it's going to store stuff and direct it to a storage chest. Yeah. Bingo. 1 hopper, 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 hopper. Of course, that kind of puts me in a bind. I think that was the only other chest I had. Seriously, I've got to go and either cheat in a chest or make it. And well, darn. I do have some redwood. Oh. Well, never mind. We're going to just come back over here. Right click on my table. Put the block there and go 4. Oh, that's redwood planks. 4, 8, 12, we'll just leave that alone. Oh, I might have a fancy redwood chest. Ooh, fancy. Now, if you notice something, just look at this. This is 6 of these across gives you a plank. 2 across will give you a pressure plate. Of course, as I'm doing this, all of a sudden you don't. For those of you that don't really understand Minecraft, you see this is where you're making something. There's the arrow that says this is what's going to be the result over here in this little box. So, like I said, all the way around, and voila, I have a chest. Okay. Crucible. Ooh. Pretty marble columns. Or I could use andesite. Don't matter. Or I could use cobblestone. It looks really funky if the thing is just like hanging in the air. It looks really funky. Anyway, so I got my chest. I got my hopper. What the heck was that? Just give me a second here. Oh, I'm still on peaceful. Back to the game. Good night. I don't know what just came through. I tell you what, that just gives me the willies. Okay. Hoppa, 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 hoppa. And I bet I shouldn't be doing it. Yeah, right. No. Okay. So, let's move this. Oh, I've got all this andesite. Let's make our columns out of andesite. Although, honestly, I think I would have liked to have used some sort of wrought iron or something. In my channel, you will find that there is a tutorial, an online tutorial with this. Yeah. And the online tutorial kind of suggested doing this thing. And then you take your crucible. Now, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's like this tiny little dot of gray in this like black. It looks like a button, and that's what I thought it was. Until I went and tipped it on my home world, and it just kind of poured into space. And then I realized, oh, those are that's the bars. They're supposed to connect to something. Yeah, brilliance. That was so brilliant. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, I am in creative mode, so like, you know. Okay. With my hand, now, we're gonna test it. Oh, looky, it swings. Swing, bada, 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 bada. Yeah, and it's cool. It rocks back and forth. So cool. You can have a piece of netherrack here. Although, actually, I actually don't want it there. Oh, what? Yeah, I just killed down. That's okay. We still have one. This is the nether ending. This is the good thing about creative mode placements is if you break something, you're not going to have to go make another one. Okay, this is much better. I like this. Because, see, I'm going to have my hopper over here and my mold press. And I'm going to need another one of these andesites sitting here. You'll see why in a minute. It has to do with being able to place the mold press precisely where you want it to go. And then my chest will be... Yeah, then my chest will sit here. So, let's put this bad boy together. Okay, move over. Chest. Put away my chest. Take this. Now this is my mold. And now I want the door to open facing the crucible. So basically what I ended up having to do was kind of get up here on my little thing. Get almost up into my crucible. Which is actually not a problem because there's nothing in it. On the other world, I was doing it and I had this brass in there because I just had to know, would it work or not? Okay. Right click and look. There she is. And we've just opened the chest. When you want to operate this, you're going to have to click on the bottom. Right. Okay. Let's do this with a free hand. See, it opens. See, it opens. If I go over here, you'll notice that my chest seems to have been selected. I don't know if you can see this with all my my swirls of mystical light, but there is this sort of an invisible thing, sort of an invisible. Oh, whoa! Hey, the lights went out. What happened? Oh, it must be. It's daytime. Okay, I don't know. All right. Yeah, I guess this does go out sort of my chest armor. This fancy stuff I'm wearing here. This is the unbreaking obscured gold chest plate of the sun. Provides illumination, invisibility after taking damage for 30 seconds. In one of my previous videos, Cookies thought she'd killed herself because all she saw was this and her guarding golden boots of healing. Yeah. The things Cookies goes through for this game. So there you have it. You'll want to right click on the bottom because otherwise you will be right clicking on your chest. That's not going to help you. And actually, I have this, no, wait. I don't want this right there. I need to put in hopper. Okay, now, the hopper has to go in first, underneath. Okay. Come down. All right. We're going to face this. And because we want this to... Ooh, crud. Has to be at the same level of my chest. All right, folks. I only did this once, so give me a second here. Yeah, the hopper has to be at the same level of the chest. I placed the chest in the ground. Like that. I can still open and close it. It's just in the ground. Doesn't matter. All right, now my hopper will be able to go next to my chest. Now, if I do this and right-click on the chest, this is going to open the chest. If I place the hopper by right-clicking against this block of, I don't need that, this block of dirt, the hopper is going to send everything into the dirt. But if I select the chest, hit shift, I go into sneak mode. Now, with the chest selected, right click on the hopper. Oh God, no. Try this again, folks. In sneak mode, with the side of the chest, if you put it here on the top, it's gonna select the top. But with the side of the chest selected, right click on the hopper, and it does nothing. What the heck? This is a very, there it is. There it is. Yeah. It's very fine line to know when you've actually got the side of the chest or the top of the chest, or whatever, the chest. Now, oh, I did need this. Because, okay. The hopper's there now. There's my mold. Back up on the stone. Back up. Back up. So that I am sort of facing in the direction I want it to be. Right. So that when I right-click against this, it's the wrong way. Come on. Well, that's not where I want it either. There it is. You have to be... I don't know if any of you have ever dealt with making a house, and you take a stair and you flip it upside down to make a ledge, like an overhang, and you're going along a line like this. I'm scrolling along. Just imagine a line, and you're going right click, and you're just clicking in these stairs. You get too far out, all of a sudden the stair turns. Right. There is in Minecraft a sense of direction, forward direction. And it's the same thing with this. It has to see this as in front of the Nether Crucible, even though I'm sort of clicking on this andesite block just to place the mold. Now, this is now the setup with a correct mold and molten metal in the hopper. When I right click with a free hand on the hopper with this door closed and a mold in place, it should send the result, the crucible. When I rock the crucible with a free hand, pouring metal into my mold, into my mold press, it should go through this hopper into my chest. The formula for this, and I will, when you see it on the video, it will actually show up on the screen, is 3 copper to 1 zinc. Now, my problem may be, this is iron, all right. My problem may be that while I got some zincs, I don't know, where did my copper ingots go? All right. Somewhere, okay. I got 2 blocks of copper and a whole mess of, holy crow. All right, you can go away. You can go over here. Ugh. Volcanic rock, whatever. Oh my gosh, I've just got too much. This is why I need to have more. After a while, you just cannot keep up with these chests. You need an ME system. So much better. But in order to run one of those, you got to have power. Electricity. Now, I kept these blocks, excuse me, because I have to make a crafting table. Not a station, a table. I don't know if this works with a station. Because I'm going to take this and the wood for a crafting table, almost like a chest, actually. And I'm going to make a carving table. So, let's see what we have on hand. Because I left it on my crafting station. Oh, I got 4 of them. Crud. Okay, 4 ain't enough. Put this on. Take 4 more. Fine. Okay. Alright. We're going to make like a chest, but we're not making a chest. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, Notice that 3 down makes one of these facade things. Yeah. 2 of them, actually. And we're just going to keep going. Just enough to make a chest, but we're not making a chest. Now we're going to take our blank mold. We're going to stick it in the middle and... Wait. What the heck? Okay, folks. Hang on a minute. Open the book. Oh, mold block, molds, plates, brash. There should be a carving. Carving. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. Well, that was pointless. Okay. All right, into my inventory here, and into my, I don't know what I did wrong. Carving. Table. Here it is. This is what I'm looking at. The carving table. What is it? Oh. Da, 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 da. Oh my gosh. That's right. It's not like making a chest at all. Okay, you're not making a chest. Okay. Move that there. Actually, if you notice, this all of a sudden you've got a box. Yeah, this is like a box that you can make out of wood for composting. But when you stick this in here, you got a carving table. Goody. One of these days, we'll make a box. And we'll do some farming. But not today. Our next thing is our... Where do I want to stick you? Where do I want to put you? There's the box. Well, all right. I'm trying to make this as compact as possible. Because, Lord love a duck, I'm not quite sure how much room I'm going to need for the actual, all the pipes and stuff. So here we go. Voila. Now, you remember our mold, our little lowly blank mold. Mold in hand, right-click the table. I now have a nugget mold. Right-click again. I have a plate mold. Right-click again. I have an ingot mold. Isn't that something? Nugget, plate. Come over here. Right-click. Wait. Now there's a pattern. In the meantime, move your pattern thing, your mold, your plate, away. Because there it is, see? When you shift right-click, you'll get this off. So, like, whatever. But you can reuse these things, so, like, who cares? Really. Okay. Let's go see how this works. Yeah. I'm going to need a little bit of copper. One of these blocks will give me 9 ingots. So, to do this, we're going to come over here. You got to come over to your Crucible. Just so that you can see how this works. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to select my andesite. Hit Q. What? Wait, it's a piece of anubis. Q. I could do this all day long. Yeah, you're going to throw it away. All right. With that in mind, we're going to move our andesite. We're going to take our copper, put it here, take our zinc here, and the formula should be should be 3-1. However, since Cookies is not going to go trusting her memory on this, the ores, page 102 and 202. Well, that wasn't very good. Okay, brass. Brass. 3 parts copper, 1 part zinc. Okay, that's all I needed to know, folks. It is 3 copper to 1 zinc. And just so that I don't burn up my book, I'm going to take it out of my hand. Take this out of my hand. Move this over here. Okay, now go to my first item, which is my copper. We're going to put the crosshairs inside the crucible, and we're just going to go hit Q on your keyboard. Q. 1. Shoot. Okay. Get up over it. Let's try this again. Q. There's one. Notice that it turns into molten copper. 2. 3. Now selecting number 2, hit Q. Notice the color. Click Q. Ah! The color changes. That's brass, folks. That's liquid brass. And if you don't believe me, let's go and verify this by looking in the smeltery itself. There's the brass. See the color? It's the same color as what's in your crucible. Now, go to selection 3, see my little hand. There's my little hand. It's Cookie's hand. Woohoo! All right. We're going to close this now. Close it. Select this. Click it. Did you see it click down just a little? Don't do anything with this. Open the chest. Voila! Brass plate. Yeah, and if you don't believe me, we'll go do it again. 1. Clicks down a little bit more. Open. 2 brass plates. Okay, folks. Brass plates are what you will need for a lot of stuff. This is the first video on Flaxbeard Steampower on WIZZY. In WIZZY, Minecraft WIZZY, on the Doughbowl Day 6. This is Cookies signing out. Ta-ta!